Okay, so thank you all for tuning in to this episode of the Travel Voice. With me today is both Tracy Poole and Bruce Lidberg, who I have known for years, too many years to actually say. But you guys, I have to say, they were slightly hesitant because they are not sellers direct to the consumers. They work with travel agents like us. But what I wanted to share was some of the brands that make up TravelBrands. So I'll let you guys speak to this. Who are the components
Who is
of
TravelBrands?
this? Who is TravelBrands?
We're a lot of people.
Are you a lot of people? Okay,
A lot of people.
Bruce, why don't you start with
Okay,
this?
sure. Yeah, well, you're right. First off, we're a little bit of a company behind the scenes when it comes to in the travel industry here in Canada. About 100% Canadian owned and operated, which of course we feel is a very good thing. Proud of that. And we have 7 tour operator brands within the company.
Okay, which are?
So yeah, these are some very well known brands, and maybe
Yes.
some that aren't as well known. Again, just because we're behind the scenes, companies like SunQuest been around 50 some years. Holiday House over 60 years in the Canadian travel industry. Exotik Tours 40 years. Boomerang Tours. We have a cruise division, Encore Cruises. So some very well-known brands, but again, we're a little bit more behind the scenes working with the agent community.
Right, behind the scenes working with us, but as far as a consumer, they know these brochures. So we put some out so you can see. These are literally, for me, this is a coffee table. I keep this on my coffee table.
It's a beautiful one.
A brochure that SunQuest, that's experiences, but Boomerang going to Australia, South Pacific, New Zealand, Exotik, a product or a tour operator division that we sell a lot of. And I want to kind of drill down a little bit on this because many of our clients know the long stay programs that we put together. Started off just with Portugal, the Algarve region, and then
South of France.
the south of France, the south of Spain, the Costa del Sol region. These have become kind of staples for Canadian snowbirds.
Exactly.
And maybe you can explain a little bit about why we would work with you to do that rather than create it ourselves. So,
Sure. Tracy?
Well, basically what we do is we work with our travel agencies. You're our partner with our mutual clients who are coming to you for this product. And because if you guys were to put it together yourself, we've just got that buying power. I mean, we have airline contracts with over 80 airlines. So we're grabbing space that we can find at an incredible value. We're pairing it with our hotel partners that are packed full in the summer, but maybe they aren't quite as busy in kind of that spring and fall off season. And we're putting these packages together that, quite frankly, if you tried to do that just as yourself sitting at a desk for 2 people, you wouldn't be able to get that same pricing.
right.
So it's so beneficial for us to work as partners to bring that product to your clients.
Right, and this is where, from the insider part of these types of videos is to tell people how it is we deal with it. If we were to try and build these ourselves, it's very time consuming. And we don't have the sheer volume to be able to get the contracts that you have with the airlines. And it doesn't just necessarily have to be on packages that include air and long stay accommodation. It's for absolutely every part. I know an example was a trip that I put together for my husband and brothers on a business trip. And the component that we could get was just air that they were needing. They were going to conferences and there were hotels that were involved. The air on business class fares for what their routing was, it saved $2,500 per person.
It's crazy.
And people don't know that. And I think that's one of the reasons to consider letting a travel agent look at the price, whether it is like a SunQuest package to somewhere hot like Mexico or the Caribbean or Hawaii. Let a travel agent look at it because you may be able to save, in some cases, hundreds or thousands of dollars and trying to do it yourself. It sounds great. You can do the research yourself, but passing it by a travel agent can be worthwhile.
No, absolutely. And you look at a company like ours, we have so much product.
Right.
We always say to our partners, we're the one-stop shop.
You are.
So no matter what, the traveler might be looking for, they come to someone like Travel Best Bets. You've got the experience, the reputable companies in Canada, what companies kind of have the same standards of what your clients are going to be looking for. There's just so much information out there to try to do it yourself. It's tough. The whole planning process of a trip should be an enjoyable one.
Yes.
And really, we hear the nightmare stories of, we've seen this, we've seen that. What do I believe?
I booked the wrong airport.
Yeah, there's so many things that are involved in planning a trip, and some of them, of course, are easier packages and things to deal with.
Yes.
But so many of them now, and especially with travelers looking to have more of those experiences, like we talked about, in the personalized type of itineraries. That's where working with a partner, your travel agent partner, becomes so important because you really get that personalized service.
I have to say that one of the things that I have enjoyed the most is building with you as our partners some of the unique products that we are able to get. We had a meeting just prior to this video to try and put something together, and we'll see, maybe it's coming. It incorporates the eyes. So Iceland, which we've got so many
such a
people,
huge destination.
Yeah,
right
people
now.
are all over it. And Ireland, also another really popular destination. But with your contract with Iceland Air, with the hotel contracts that you have in both of those, and the tours for day tours, so that people can do interesting tours in Reykjavik or outside of it, as well as in Dublin or maybe going to Belfast. That is something that is so unique. We're able to build it with you at rates we couldn't access on our own and bring this really great product to our clients.
And to know that you've got us backing you if something were to happen to those clients in destination. And that's so important too when people are trying to do something like that that's so involved online. If one thing goes wrong, they might miss the next 3 days of their vacation trying to make up for that. And that's something that I think we do very well. And we've been partners for so long, Claire, that we've kind of grown up together, and it's a relationship that we've fostered over all these years, that you trust us and we trust you, and we know it's in the right hands, all of us.
One quick story before we end, because I know our time is really limited, is that I booked a very big package with TravelBrands as the partner for my best friend down to go and do Ecuador and Peru. Machu Picchu, Galapagos Islands, it's a dream
bucket
trip.
list.
It's a bucket list trip. Their flight was it was a misconnection because of mechanical and pilot issues. Because of that, it just was a snowball domino effect. TravelBrands just automatically stepped in, re-protected their air to be able to get there the next day, protected their hotel, got them somewhere. They had to stay in Dallas overnight. It was just done.
Yeah.
And that is one of the biggest assets that you bring to the table for me as a travel agency owner, having our back all the time. So anyway, I hope this gave you insight into what TravelBrands is, who they are, how we work with them, and why it is really important to just have your trip priced by a travel agent to access their rates. Anyway,
we've got your back.
They've got our back. Thanks for joining.